Hello class, welcome back. I'm on page 46 where we have done our list of words and we've put them in alphabetical order in the last video. So I'm going to zoom in to the lined paper and we will start defining the words. And the first one is axis. Axis. So we have vowels in this word. Let's go ahead and mark those. I have an A and an I. And you can barely see that yellow. Let's darken that up just a hair. So there's A and I. So this word has two syllables. I hear both of those vowels. So I'm going to mark the first one. We have axis. And an axis is an imaginary line. Let me start with an, because as soon as I write an, I have a noun. A and the. Imaginary line about which a body rotates or turns. And we said this is a noun, it's a thing. And I'm going to draw a picture for you on this one. I always like pictures if I can do them. So draw yourself a circle. We're going to pretend that that's a side view of the earth. We know that the earth is really a ball. Actually, let's not pretend that this is the earth because I want to draw my axis straight up and down. So the axis is a line like that, around which that circle could spin. And it's imaginary. That's very important. It's not a real line. I'm trying to draw it dashed. If you can't go and look at the Earth's axis. Even if you're in outer space, you are not going to see the axis. So that line is usually drawn as a dashed line. That means it's imaginary. But I'm going to leave it solid just so you can see that the line is called the axis. Earth's axis is actually tilted. It's about 24 degrees roughly, so it's going to be something more like that. But I wanted to show you just straight up and down. That's one version of an axis. Okay, the next word, I can't remember what is next in order, so is galaxy. Galaxy. So this one, let's count our vowels and that will give us an idea about the syllables. I definitely have two vowels. They're both A's. And this Y could possibly be a vowel. We have to determine whether or not we hear a vowel sound. So we have gal, ux, galaxy. I think this is right. I'm going to have to check this one. The Y does have a sound. I know that's right. But let's check our syllable breaks for this one. I'm pretty sure this is correct, but we need to be sure. So if I don't know, I always just go to my internet browser and I'm going to type the word that I want to look at and then the word syllables, because that will give me the syllable break. Galaxy syllables. And it says why is galaxy 3 syllables. Let's go ahead and click. Sometimes it just pops up and then sometimes you have to look at it. Okay, here is the breakdown. Galaxy, so we have that done correctly. Just make sure if you're not sure, and sometimes I'm not. Okay, a galaxy is, I'm looking for the definition because I don't have that in front of me. It is so we know the part of speech, a group of billions of stars held by gravity. That's a galaxy. And a galaxy is a noun. And just for your mental reference, I want to show you a picture of a galaxy. So I'm going to Google that again. I want to see a galaxy image. So I just hit go, and here are bunches of pictures. There are different kinds of galaxies. If you take the science class with me, you will see the different kinds. This is a very good picture. That's a spiral galaxy. So all of these are billions of stars held together by gravity. And there are many, many millions of these in our universe. So a universe is bigger than a galaxy. Okay, the next word in my list is orbits. Orbits. And we have an O and an I, and I do hear both of those. The O is controlled by the R, or, and then this is a short O, short I. It says I, orbit. Orbit. An orbit means to move around. And if a definition starts with the word to like that, it is usually a verb. So this one is a verb. And I want to show you what orbit looks like in animation. Now this time I want my picture to move. So I'm going to type the word orbit, and then I'm going to type the word animation, which means like a cartoon, a movement, and see if we can't get a picture of an orbit. Here we go. You'll get some videos, and this will let you see what orbit looks like. I'm going to go with this one because it's very short. So let's look at this video of orbits. And you can see this is the solar system. The sun is in the center. Each of the planets is moving around. I can zoom in. It won't stay, but you can see that the planets are turning around the sun. Now this is a little bit misleading because the orbits of the planets are not circular. They're oval shaped. So this is not the best example, but at least it gives you an idea of what orbit looks like. Let me see if I can maybe find another one that's not quite as complicated to look at. Maybe, no. This gives you an idea, though, also of what orbit looks like. This is a much more accurate picture of what the planet's orbits look like. That oval shape is more of what's going on. And this isn't working out the way I wanted it to, guys. I'm sorry. But there we go. So you see that some of the planets are orbiting very fast. Some of them are not moving as fast. Earth takes 365 days to make one trip around the sun. Okay, enough about that. I just wanted to give you an idea of what we're talking about. Can you tell that I love science? Okay, number 4 is phases. And this is referring to moon phases in our context. This is a word with 6 letters, but it only has 1 syllable. So let's see. No, it doesn't. I'm sorry. It has 2. We do hear the E. I was thinking that's a silent E, but it's after lunch and I am very tired today, so forgive me. Phases. Long A. Phases. Phases are states in a series of events. And these are, this is a noun. It's a plural noun. Phases. And again, I'm going to give you a picture. Let's go here to look at the moon phases. So I'm just going to type moon and then the word phases. And I want to see an image. And so this is a good diagram. This one's probably the easiest to see, if I can get it to come up. This is showing you the phases of the moon over the course of a month. The moon will go through these phases. We're in the northern hemisphere, so ours will be this top phase. You have the nights when you don't see a moon, and then you have nights when you see a full moon. Those are the different phases of the moon. They're different stages or states. Okay, back to words. The next word is revolution. And this is the science definition of revolution. It's not referring to the war that we would read about in social studies. So let's count our vowels. We have e, o, u, revolution. So this one has 4 syllables. Rev, lu, shun. You have 2 vowels working together in that last syllable. It's pronounced shun. Revolution. And this is really not a long U. I'm a little bit rusty on my phonics. Let's give this the oo sound. Revolution. A revolution in science simply means turning. And it's a noun. It's talking about a thing. So let me show you revolution. Excuse me. I'm about to sneeze. Again, I'm going to type in the word animation because I want it to move if possible. And I'm not sure that we're getting what we want. Let me make it a little more specific. Let's call it Earth Revolution. If you don't get what you're looking for on an internet search, just go ahead and keep narrowing it down. Here we go. Earth's revolution around the sun takes a year. Now this won't be animated, but it will be a good example. And you can see here the axis of Earth. You see that line that's imaginary that's running through the middle? But this is showing you how Earth revolves, the revolution around the sun. Okay, moving on. The next word is satellite. Satellite. Okay, I see some double consonants in there, so I know we'll have a break. We have sat, I. And we also have an E. All right, so we could have 4 syllables. We're not sure, but let's see what we have. So I have sat, Here's schwa, and I know that one of those L's has to go in that syllable, and the second one goes in this syllable. And this time that E is silent. So even though it counts as a vowel, I'm only hearing 3 of the vowels. So I hear sat, I, light, satellite. And a satellite is an object orbiting another. And it starts with an, so this is a noun, it's a thing. So a satellite is an object that's moving around another object. Like the moon is a satellite of the earth. The earth is a satellite of the sun. So satellite is moving around. Okay, then we have sustain. Sustain. And I want to count my vowels. I have U, A and I, but those are together. Those two vowels are walking. So I suspect only one of them will do the talking. So I have sus, tain, and sure enough, I don't hear the I hear the A, sustain. And sustain is to strengthen or support. The definition starts with to, to, so it's usually going to be a verb. And finally, we have universe. Universe. This one has a lot of vowels, but I really am not hearing a lot of syllables. I have U, I, E, E. Universe. And I'm going to put it right here. I have U, na, verse. This is R controlled and this is silent. Universe. And universe I have defined as everything that exists. Okay. Universe. And this is a noun. So here are our 8 vocabulary words for this chapter. And in the next video, we will practice using those.